I don't think 20 soldiers should die because Pam's grenade toss landed a foot from the bunker. And it's one of my best, I did it on Letterman.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? But every time there'll be a table of girls that would, get their feathers.
Well, I'm not happy that Ronda Rousey lost, but in a way, it makes things easier because there was a bunch of fucking people that were going, oh yeah? What about Ronda Rousey? She'll kick in. And I made the mistake of saying, like, hyperbole, okay? I'm the master of hyperbole. I exaggerate all the time. I was like, she could probably beat half the men bantamweights in the UFC.
Is that true?
No, it's not. Definitely not true. I shouldn't have said it at the time. Now it's definitely not true. She could beat a few that aren't good outside the sport. Look, if she gets guys in the ground, she could fuck a lot of people up. Her judo is 100% legit. Her arm bars are amongst the best in the business. But
let's say
people
I did
are always
some coke
saying that.
And she banged it to me.
She'll flip you on your head. You're fucked.
I'm 55. I'm kidding.
She'll fuck you up. But the point is,
even with some coke,
all these fucking women are like, what about Ronda Rousey? I'm like, Ronda, okay. And then thank God, now that she's lost, everyone's relaxed with that. But and then the argument is, well, who she lost to? Who fucked her up the most? A lesbian. I mean,
yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, but no, that's exactly right. Here's the thing with the feminist movement. They used to, we can do anything men can do, but they wouldn't push the physical thing. They'd
not anymore.
But not anymore.
No.
I was at Gotham Comedy Club about 3 years ago, and I'm doing a fight breaks out. Had nothing to do with me. 2 tables. Got into it. I mean, there's a woman in the middle, standing in the middle, a girl, and I don't mean like a butch dykey, like a broad. But
she thinks that she can throw
She's got
down.
her hands up.
Oh, my God.
She throws a punch at one of the doormen. Another doorman comes over and knocks her out.
Oh,
like
God.
she was fucking Larry Holmes in his 60s. She went down like she was shot. And I never heard any lawsuits or anything. But she was throwing haymakers at that, like the fucking door. They really believe. And again, like you said, Amanda Nunes. I'd be scared of that bride.
Yeah.
But
well, Amanda Nunes will knock a lot of dudes out.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But again, lesbian. Could be something there.
Well, yeah, she's half a guy.
That was an interesting thing too.
Which is fine.
Well, I mean, she's not. She's all woman. She just likes women. But
really, you don't think some of her? She's got a little more, less estrogen than my wife. A little more man juice. I think it's all biology.
So?
I'm not saying that. I'm not being derogatory. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think she should be more celebrated than she is because she's the first ever woman lesbian champion in MMA. I mean, you don't see. How come lesbians get their own designation? Like they're not just gay. Like it's LBG. You know what I mean? It's lesbian, gay.
Let's not get
it's
into
lesbian
that.
and gay. Like they get their own thing. They're not just gay. Like you can't be a gay woman. You're also a lesbian. Like a gay man is not a thing. Like he doesn't have an extra thing. It's not like you're also a thespian. You know what I mean?
Now you're talking Tom Cruise.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, lesbians are not just gay. They have their own little designation.
That's how they want it. They get what they want. I was reading those, Joey. I was reading those, like the terms now, cisgender. And
oh yeah, those are wonderful.
I ran
tons of sense.
I ran out of printing paper. I'm not shitting. I was spitting out. I was on like page 78. I ran out of paper, and I just started reading them. I actually do this in my special, my CISO special that's coming out Thursday. I talk about I go, it's so confusing how the libs, you confuse everything, and nobody knows what bathroom to use. And I was at a nightclub the other night. Here's the ladies' room right here, and the men's room is right next to it, and there's a pile of shit in the middle between the two doors with a tampon stuck in and a fake mustache.
It's true.
And I'm not being derogatory. I actually have a relative who's like transgender. I wouldn't want to fucking have to deal, but we're talking about these people like they make up 60% of the population. That's where I get a little fucking angry.
Who's
like
that guy from Roadhouse?
Lesbian.
The guy with the mustache that talks like this. You know that guy is always in like truck
Sam
commercials.
Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Yes.
There's a great meme with Sam Elliott, and it was like there used to be a time where we worried more about the safety of women and children than men who like to wear dresses. It was one of those memes online. I'm like, holy shit. And someone put it up and everybody went crazy. Because there's the thing, like, there are people who are fucking crazy, who are men, who like to wear dresses, want to pretend they're a woman. Like,
right.
There's transgender people, and then there's sick fucks that also like to wear dresses and go into the women's room.
That's
right.
right.
And if you open the door, you open the door to everybody.
Well, that's what I said to these young kids when I'm on stage, like these kids in their 20s. I go, you should be taking advantage of this confusion. You're at a nightclub, you see a hot chick, you just carry the lipstick with you, slap it on, follow her into the ladies' room, and go, I identify as a dyke tonight. Open that stall.
I'm like Annie Lennox back when she used to wear suits, but I'm definitely a woman. Remember when Annie Lennox used to wear suits?
Yes.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
And I don't remember but when that was big. Were we looking at her going? Well, what were we weren't like questioning her sexuality.
She looks good in a suit.
Yeah,
she's hot. She
Best
has short
voice
hair.
ever.
Everything. She's beautiful. She was so. Yeah.
Did she come out?
There she is. No, she's a woman. She's all woman. She's just
she
being
actually
freaky.
Looks good there for Christ's
Even
sake.
with orange hair, I'd fuck the shit out of her.
that looks like if Trump was transgender in his teens.
Not even his teens. Like when he's like 11. That does look like
it looks like the president.
What a weird haircut.
Look at that.
Yeah. He's
like,
got to let his hair go. I want to talk to him. I want to get him on mushrooms, get him to shave his head.
Who?
Trump.
Get him. You
change a lot.
He should let it go gray.
Like, well, he's not just gray. Like, what the fuck is going on up there?
I don't know. Somebody
Chaos.
peeing on it?
There's like so much stuff happening in his head.
Well, he's got to trim around the ears. This isn't 1975. I'm just saying.
Well, I think
not to get too picky.
He likes keeping it long so he could fucking spin it around and cover all the barren lands.
Well, that's true. You can hide a lot of deficiencies.
He's definitely got something going on. There's a whole theory as to what's happening in his hair. That there was a guy that ran a company that they would take hair and they would, like they buy hair from like people in India and then they bleach it to whatever color your hair is, and then they would attach it to your skull with these microfilaments. And
where do I get that done?
Well, it looked like shit, and they went out of business. Except they had an office in Trump Tower, right below Trump's office. And so the company went out of business, but their office still remains. So the idea is that he's the only client, and Trump comes down, gets his hair done by this guy. It was in like, God, I want to say like,
that's a great idea.
I want to say it was like Esquire or GQ, like one of those magazines, and it was like the secret behind Trump's hair. There's this whole investigative report on Trump's hair.
It sounds like a plot for CBS sitcom.
Did you see what was going on in, I think it was Chile? There was a newspaper that had a photo of Trump, but they used the Alec Baldwin picture instead of the Donald Trump picture. They fucked up, or they did it on purpose.
Probably did it on purpose.
But it's hilarious.
NBC will be doing that and go, we fucked up.
Yeah, right? Yeah, here it is. This is what the guy used to do. The placing of the micro cylinders. So it's like these little things that glue to your hair. So it looks like the hairs are coming straight out of your scalp because they glue these little tiny hula hoops with hair attached to it, I guess, and it sticks right out of your hair, right out of your head. Yeah, I don't totally understand it.
It's probably like pubes from a third world country.
Apparently it looked like shit, which makes sense because his hair looks like shit. Right? Look at that. See? 500 hairs added in 90 minutes. See? He's got this thing going on.
Right now, I'm
it's
interested.
just like his hair. See? That is like Trump's hair.
That
right?
is, yes.
So this guy was bald, and now he's got this flop. There it is. See?
That's a wave in Hawaii. Somebody should be writing.
Like his hair doesn't make any sense. It's like there's so much volume, but so little volume at the same time.
Well, when you're 70, it shouldn't be long in the back.
Well, all of it's chaos. Like, why not just shave your fucking head, bro? It's so easy. You're worth a fucking $100 billion. Your wife is not down with you because of the way you look. Like, shave your fucking head. You can do whatever you want.
But when you're that age and you got that much hair, you don't want to shave it.
Why not?
God,
the whole thing is stupid.
You look good with a bald head.
Thank you. I feel good.
I'm not just kissing your ass, but you do. But he would, something tells me he's got like a big, veiny, giant skull that would scare the shit out of both Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah, like an ogre's dick.
I don't know what that looks like.
Just veiny and angry. Big slot in the top. Imagine if we found out he really was a dickhead. Like he's got a hole, like a whale hole, on the top of his head, and it's just pre-coms leaking out.
Oh. Holy shit.
Cover it.
Sad. On the plane on the way to Chicago, I opened the airplane magazine.
Yeah.
Because I fucking forgot to bring my shit. So I'm reading that, and there's Joe Rogan front and center talking about Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
I go, what is he saying?
I wrote something that was so outrageous.
No, but it was really good.
Well, what they put in there was like a fraction of what I wrote. What I wrote was filled with swear words and talking about sex.
Come on, you were just letting a little of your female side show.
Well, a little of my female side is all they left in. The stuff they cut.
Of course.
The guy asked me to write something. I'm like, I'll write something. I don't give a fuck. So I smoked a joint and I wrote something crazy and I sent it to them and they're like, well, they have to edit it heavily. I'm like, let them. Who cares? And so what's in there is like barely mine.
But it made sense. It was kind of, I was like, oh my God, because you said like in a few years, what the grasp of the whole article was, you saying, let it out. If like you love your wife, write it in a card and stuff. Let that shit out because in a few years, we're going to be able to read each other's minds.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that the gist?
Yeah,
And it made sense. And I usually don't believe in that shit. I'm like, ooh.
We're about 30 years away from being mind-reading robots. I really believe that. I don't think we're
I'll
going to
be dead, so I don't give a fuck.
I think we're gonna be some sort of a combination of people and machine within the next 30 years. I really do.